Alright guys, unless you've been living under a rock, you will recognise this car and this man, Heath van der Waerden, winner of our Street Machine of the Year 2024.
That's right.
And this beautiful Torana of yours was unveiled at the Elite Hall at Summernats.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it has also graced the cover of Street Machine. So, you would recognise this car. Also, you did campaign at Optima Streetcar Challenge. You last year won the muscle car category.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, after the third crack, I actually won something after always blowing it out the other 2 years.
Yeah, right. But you finally got there, and yeah, it did really well, and it sounded mint on track, can I say. It was one of my highlights there filming. And now we're on to the next challenge, drag challenge. Maybe the trifecta of the Street Machine bubble.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be taking home the big bickies at Drag Challenge when I'm going to give the event a crack. I've been talking about doing it for years, and I'm very excited to be a part of the big road trip and all the adventures and unfortunate mechanical mishaps that occur.
Absolutely. I mean, this car should be fine on the road legs, I imagine, because you drive this car a lot, as anyone knows. But yeah, the drag racing side of things might be a bit of a challenge for you. So
yeah, exactly. How the durability of the car will be doing that work, it's different to the other type of motorsport I've done. It doesn't have the strongest, drag-centric diff in the world. It doesn't have a 35 spline diff or anything. It's got a Borg Warner, which is, fine for most duties. Yeah. We'll see how we go. I don't really want to be changing that gear set on the side of the road.
Awesome. All right, well, we're up in the Dandenongs. It's a very windy but a beautiful day, so how about we go for a drive and we'll have a chat about it?
Sounds fantastic to me. Let's go.
So, for those people who don't know this car, the 5 people in the world, give us a very brief rundown of what it's all about. So what was it, what is it now, and what's powering it?
For sure. So the car, originally when it left the factory, was a 1978 UC Sunbird. Okay. So not a Torana, it was a Torana with a 4-cylinder. That was called a Sunbird. It was also a UC, so it was the one that not that many people like the look of, really. And when I bought it, it had a 6-cylinder swapped into it, but it was still a UC. I drove it around for a little while like that, and then I pulled it all apart, made it an LX, flared it, made it look like an A9X kind of tribute car with quite a few modifications. The power plant is a straight LPG, so dedicated gas-powered Holden V8. It's a 383 stroker. It's got beautiful alloy cum racing cylinder heads, and it's pretty much a cum racing build. Yeah. It's about 500 horsepower. It's down on power a little bit now because I've changed to a bigger camshaft and run out of fuel system. I'm hoping to do something to fix that before Drag Challenge. I'm working on a few things, and that's obviously one of the things. After reliability, it's trying to unlock a few more horsepower, which I know the motor can do, but it can't do without leaning out currently.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anybody new to the car, it's worth checking out the Full Boost video. Full Boost did a video on this thing, and yeah, worth checking out because there is so many details in this car. It is a very special car in my mind.
And we went round that same corner in the Full Boost video.
There we go. So, you are competing in the VCM Performance and HP Tuners DYO class. Are you going to let us know what your dial is? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Because this car's run on 11?
It's run a high 11 before.
Okay.
However, last time it ran, which was, as I said, with this fuel system problem, it was just in the low 12.
Sure.
So I will have to make a call on that pretty soon, I reckon.
Yeah, look, that's a fun class too.
Yeah.
Because you're not ragging on the car, it's a mental game. And for some of the guys, I mean, you look at Abe at MPW last year, his car was a weapon and he actually struggled to go slower. So it's an interesting class, and I think you'll have a lot of fun in that. That'll be cool, and it'll be interesting to see what times you will get.
Yeah, for sure. And consistency is always difficult with the manual, right? So
Of course.
with the stick shift class thing going on as well, that's fun. But I think we'll be the least consistent class out of anybody in the least consistent group of people out of any of the competitors.
Absolutely. Now, this car is set up as a handling car.
Correct.
Which, you know, all the other Toranas at DC, they are straight line weapons. They're mad cars and they're built for it. But this car was designed for what we're doing today. Around the mountains, good fun. So what are we going to do? Are you going to change anything to go in a straight line faster?
Well, on the street tyres, I've actually found that this setup doesn't have too many problems in a straight line. So it'll be the first time the car's ever had slicks, because of course that's required for the event.
Yeah.
So it'll be running on slicks. Maybe that'll get me a little bit off the line. The 60 foots and stuff weren't outrageously bad for a car on street tyres.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm just gonna set it up how we can. I can of course adjust those shocks if I need, and I can adjust the sway bar as well. I'll have the sway bar back on by then, I reckon. So I can do those two things. But whilst it is set up for straight line stuff, I don't think it's too traction limited.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. And you were saying the diff might be a slightly weak point in this car. You've got a creative rear end on this with the wishbone kind of setup that joins up to the back of the pumpkin.
Yeah, so it's got an upper wishbone with a ball joint on the diff centre on the pumpkin, as you said. So it's different to a standard Torana. The diff is not a weak diff.
No.
It's still it's a gun drilled 31 spline Borg Warner, but it's just not that big a
not that
drag
big racing wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's not that
absolutely.
big a crown wheel, and it does have a bit of negative camber, which of course doesn't help it for straight line grip either.
So the other question, obviously, as you mentioned, it's a manual, and you've got a Tremec 5-speed in here. How's the clutch? Is the clutch going to hold up to this abusive drag challenge?
Probably depends on how rough I am with it, I guess. It's got an 11-inch single plate organic, which is not, it's not an exotic material clutch or anything, so I don't think it's going to be welding itself together when I don't want it to.
Yeah.
It's a nice, predictable, usable clutch.
Yeah.
But how it deals with that abuse, if I slip it with high RPM and stuff, who knows? We'll find out. At least it's a big one.
Yeah.
So this is a Chevy-sized clutch, not a Holden-sized clutch.
Okay.
So it's a bit hard to fit it in there, but it does give it a bit more, torsional strength, hopefully. So.
Fingers crossed it holds up to the abuse.
That's right.
Now, obviously drag challenge, you're going to take all your stuff with you, all your spare parts, all your sleeping stuff, all your clothes. Now, I heard you're not a fan of trailers.
That is correct.
So, are we camping? Are we putting everything in the back of the Tory?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I've just recently made up a, I don't know how legal it is exactly, but
Here we go.
a mount on the back to hold the two hot wires with the slicks that I'll be running on the back.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll hang off the back of the car. And hopefully everything else I can fit in the back. It'll be two of us in the car. And I'm hoping that we can camp about half the time. So,
Right, in the back of here, or?
yeah, well, not the two of us.
Yeah.
I don't think my mate will want to sleep next to me.
You're not that good, mate?
But yeah, I'll probably be in the hatch hutch, and we'll have a swag in the back as well. There's a bit of storage under the floor in the back.
Okay.
I guess when you're sleeping, we'll have tools and stuff outside the car, I suppose.
Yeah.
We will. We'll see how we go. I've got to do some decent, test packs basically to see how much stuff I can fit in there as far as tools, spares, camping gear, food. Probably want an esky for my mate, I reckon. If he's not driving too much, he'll want an esky. So we've got to have some provisions there.
For cans of lemonade.
That's right, exactly.
So you've camped in this thing a fair few times. I've seen pictures of the tailgate up with the tent set up over it.
Yeah, that's
pretty comfy.
right. Yeah, we can probably put a video in of that. So it's got the hatch hutch, which is that factory option.
Yeah.
And I made it all pretty comfy in there. I can charge my phone and pump a mattress up in the back, no problem.
How good.
And I'll just be doing more of that, I imagine. It's a nice way to travel, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
What did they say in the original ad? 5-star accommodation, no reservations.
I love this area. I mean, I grew up in this area. I know you did too. And this is probably why you and I both love cars that go around corners.
Most certainly.
Because this is fantastic. I mean,
Just
brilliant driving
intoxicating,
roads. It's so much fun. I was saying to you earlier, I used to own a GT4 Select car, and when I was 19, I went through 3 sets of tyres a year just just going around the mountains. And this is why you built this car to be like this, you know, because this is in your heart, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just so addictive, and it's just a nice, you know, easy way to regularly enjoy the car, right?
Absolutely.
Nothing like commuting on a road like this.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking about the LPG in this car earlier. So the big question is, how are you going to go on DC with LPG? Because it's disappearing.
Yeah, it is disappearing. I mean, you can find plenty of it in Victoria most of the time, or at least in concentrated areas of population. Obviously, I haven't seen the map of where we're going exactly on Drag Challenge. I might be in for some big detours to get gas, to get that sweet nectar of the gods along the way.
It's not like you can really carry a jerry can, or you know.
No, a few forklift bottles in the back would be pretty frowned upon, I think. So, I'll have to be checking out that Petrol Spy app, you know, and planning some things around.
Maybe doing a few detours.
I might be driving a bit further than some of the other competitors, It'd be nice to put it in a jerry can, but it's just not possible with the fuel type.
Not how it works. And also, obviously, consumption at the track too.
Yeah,
because you know, it'll use a bit of juice down the quarter. So
yeah, exactly.
But it depends how many runs you do. I mean, some guys rock up and they'll do 6, 7, 8 runs for the day. And then other blokes will rock up, do one, and they're off. The boys in the Celica with the K24 swap, they know what they're doing. They rock up, they do their time, and they're like, we go in the pub.
I think with the manual, I'll probably be half a second off at least every time, so I'll have to have a few goes out of the reckon.
Yeah, fair enough. So you've obviously mentioned, you know, the diff could be a weak point. The racing is somewhat new to you. What are your concerns about it? Obviously, driving on the road is no problem for this car. You drive it all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's done 36,000 kilometres according to the odometer today, so it's certainly done a fair bit of use. It's certainly had a fair bit of use, but you can never predict exactly what's going to go wrong. I mean, just because this is a pretty well sorted car, it doesn't mean that you can know what's coming up 100 k's from now, or 1 kilometre from now.
True.
I'm going to be bringing, you know, spare coils and all that kind of stuff, because that's the stuff that the car asks a fair bit of.
Sure.
And I'll just be as prepared as I can. But you know, I'll try not to flog the absolute bejesus out of it too much. You know, I'll just do that the bare minimum and hopefully make it through. But also, I've got to get to the bend and then get back from the bend. So, you know, if you trailered your car to South Australia and just did the event and went home on the trailer, obviously that would be a shorter event than what I'll be doing. I'll be camping on the way each end of it and stuff, and that's quite a few more k's.
So yeah, you're doing the full drag challenge. Driving all the way there, doing the camping, driving all the way back.
Yeah, well, I don't have a trailer, so that's the only way to do it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking us through a drive in this car. This is a brilliant car. As I said to you earlier, this is right up my alley. A car that can literally do everything, and now you are going to do everything in it, because now you're doing DC. You know, you've done track work, you've done a bit of showing with it.
That's right.
You drive it all the time, and now I guess this is like the final boss, right? Go out there and give it a spin for DC. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, mate. We'll.
Thanks for coming along.
I've got nothing else to do for the rest of the day. Let's go to the pub.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Thanks, Heath.
Cheers.